Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Gloomhaven, the Guildmaster Campaign. So last time we had left off, I believe the last episode was with Andy, and so we did all of the bookkeeping at the end of that episode, which leaves us with not much to do at the beginning of this episode, so we're pretty much just going to jump right in to the scenario, which is going to be Old Friends. This one's going to gain a perk point for the brute here, and it's going to be against Hounds and elite archers, Inox Archers at that. I've already taken a look at the market and enhancements. We don't really have the gold to pursue any enhancements, and there's nothing that really interests me. We're pretty much decked out for each of these, the three normal or original mercenaries, a couple boot or leg items and a helm item for the brute, but there's nothing really that stands out to me. So with that, we're just going to jump right in to Old Friends. The roads around Samart are still frequently attacked by vermlings from the forest, but that means guard duty is well paid. It says vermlings, but we're not fighting against vermlings. Encounter. At a fork in the road, you spot a figure up ahead resting beside a gnarled tree trunk. They appear hunched over with one hand grasping their chest. As you tentatively get closer, they notice you and beckon you over. Hey, over here. Please help me. There's a note of desperation in their voice, and a pained groan as the stranger waves to get your attention. However, beneath the tree's shadow, you can't quite make out who or what they might be. Could this plea for help be a trap? Surrounding bushes are the perfect place for accomplices to hide, potentially waiting to pounce and rob you. This one's interesting. I'm seeing a lot more new events, which is nice. When they are updating these, you don't get the same event over and over. So this is one I haven't seen yet. I think the text is basically saying that there's a good chance of an ambush, but I can't imagine that the Inox is going to be careful or even care about the ambush. So we'll take a look. Maybe they'll offer something for us. We are mercenaries. So yeah, let's take a look. As you draw nearer, you see a rocky Savas in agony, clutching at deep cracks in its glassy chest. It certainly looks like it has seen better days. It looks up to you, hopeful. I ask only for a small amount of compassion and aid. There is a temple nearby that can treat my wounds, but I haven't enough gold for treatment. If you can spare some gold, I will reward you with what I can. Well, this is interesting because it kind of ties into the other group. So we could kind of think of it as it being maybe the Cragheart, probably not the Elementalist, but maybe the Cragheart. We don't really know about them, I would think, in the story as it's going. Maybe they'll meet up later. We'll see. But sure, we can take pity on the Savas. We don't have a lot of money at the moment, so I'm not saving up for anything at the moment. So let's do this. You hand the Savas the gold, who grimaces as it rises to its feet, thanking you for your charity. It holds a small, pulsating crystal, bathing you in green light. You feel a rush of energy as you bask in its glow. The Savas bids you farewell, and you wish it a speedy recovery before you head in opposite directions down the path. So start the next scenario with fire, ice, air, earth, sun, light, and dark. And we're strengthened. I'd say that was definitely worth the 10 gold. Now what I hope happens with that event is that sometimes you get that and sometimes you don't. That's one thing that I don't that I wish was implemented in the physical board game. I know that would add a lot more cards, but to have one being the like a good event and one being a bad event, so that every time you get that card, you don't really know which one it's going to be. They do have that for a couple, and I appreciate it on those ones. But I know in Frosthaven they're going to be looking into, or they have been looking into, making the events more dynamic as well, so you don't get the same ones over and over. Okay, enough of that. Some people think your friendship with a vermling is a little strange, but you've known Scabwit since you were little. You is the brute. Brute's friend is Scabwit. He might not be the most honest trader who has walked the realm, but he's always paid well for your tribe's spices and your guard service. Today you meet him for another run to the barren coast. Although the number of wild vermling attacks has reduced since you reopened the roads, it's still not safe for him on his own. Much of the journey passes peacefully, and you are talking about times past when you hear howling from the forest. Hounds. But who or what is driving them to the roadside? I don't think there's much change needed. No. So we're just going to jump right in. All of those... we won't be able to use all of those elements in the first round, but maybe within the first 2 rounds we should be able to use most of them. The Spellweaver can certainly put 2 or 3 or 4 of them to use in 2 rounds, so let's go. Hounds come crashing out of the woods, and you step forwards to protect Scabwit, but he is having none of it. I can defend myself just fine, you know. Oh geez, there he is. You aren't sure of that. You'd better keep him alive if you want to get paid. Yeah. So, he's put himself in quite a situation here, with a trap next to him. Interesting. And they've rounded themselves up into this triangle formation, which is perfect for cold fire. And we'll be able to use that fire and ice immediately with them. So we're going to have her start right there, and we want to go as early as possible so that we can stun all 3 of them and start doing some ranged damage against them. Okay, so I just had to restart again. That flickering thing that it keeps happening, I don't know why, but as soon as I restart it, it goes away. I don't get it, but Luckily I can just pause and restart. So anyway, we want her to be right here. If we have another, I don't think he has any AoEs in this formation, or any AoEs for that matter that aren't burn cards. So we'll hold off on that. But he can start maybe a little closer. I think we'll move the brute up to here, and then put him there. That should help quite a bit. Something we could do, however, is, where is it? An enhancement field. Add +1 to the attack, but it's going to come too late for her. And he's going to be moving up anyway, so I don't think now is a good time for that. The other thing is Reviving Shock, and I think I'll go with Reviving Shock to at least attack two of them. And we can just move up with something else. They're going to be stunned, so it doesn't matter when we go, unless they go before her, which is going to be a problem. I'm not sure. They might have one initiative that is 6, if I remember correctly, but it could also be 7 or 8. I don't remember. So we will move up with, we don't need to move very far, do we? I mean, he could use an enhancement field just for himself and stick right here. 1, 2, 3, but then he wouldn't be able to hit. There. Thinking too much here, but if that's the case, then here. Enhancement field, done. So he can stay right where he is, hit 2 of them with 3 attack instead of 2. Okay, last. Again, we don't have to go too early in this case. Something like Spare Dagger would probably be helpful. No, Skewer is going to be the best. Because we can use that air immediately. So I think that's the only one that he can use an element. So we'll have him use that. Again, I don't think that he actually can use one. I know there's a card, but I don't think I brought it with him. No. So we will use to move up I could use Leap and Cleave just to make I could bring in air again for the Spellweaver, but I think she'll have enough options. So let's just move up with Fatal Advance. We do have these 3 here, and then there are 2 back here. I didn't actually see these 2. I think I only saw one of them in this corner. I don't think I actually noticed this guy. So this is all just to make sure that these 3 die very quickly, or at least controlled. Yeah. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see what they do. 19. And then the vermling shaman is going to be healing somebody, which is pretty nice actually, because I might get some retaliate. Yeah, they do have retaliate, so they are going to move 4. I don't think the ones back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, they won't be able to reach anybody, so we're not too worried about that. Let's get this going immediately though. Rotate that. We already have strengthened, so I don't need to use the eagle eye goggles. I could use the minor power potion, but we're about to do a lot of damage to these guys, so I'm not interested in that. We have all 3 targeted, confirmed. Let's see how it goes. Not too bad. I think there was a -1 here. Or maybe that was a 0. Yeah. 0, 0, a +1, but that ×2 was very nice on that back guy. So, and we can actually get moving. So let's do that. I don't want to just slow down or reduce movement if I have the chance to continue moving. I don't think I want to bring my 2 cards back. With this major stamina potion, I'm not going invisible, so let's end her turn. Just creeping up, but everyone else is stunned, so no problem there. This little choke point here is going to work in our favor, and maybe this trap, we'll see. Okay, so yeah, enhancement field. And reviving shock. So we want to attack here and here. We also have strengthened, so we don't need the eagle eye goggles again. And once again, I'm not too interested in the power potions since he's already doing the +1 attack from the enhancement field. So let's just continue on. 1 down. And that one is very close to death, which is good because what's about to happen? Nothing else. Brute. The Brute's just going to move right to here. I don't see any other place. Yeah. If Scabwit wasn't standing there with this trap, then maybe here too, but let's just move up. We'll take these 2 on, skip the rest of that movement. Now I don't need to use air because it's going to kill them both. However, it's already attack 4. I'm just wondering if anybody will be able to use that, and I don't think so, so let's just use it anyway. And yep. Oh, you're kidding me. So this rolling modifier, that rule bugs me a lot, and it is actually a rule that I don't think many people like. If you have advantage and you get a rolling modifier, it's added to the next one. But if that next one, if the next card pulled or modifier pulled is the null or miss attack, then they're still added together. Now I understand if you in my other game, Battle Brothers, if you have a 95% chance to hit, that still means a 5% chance to miss, and it happens, and that's annoying as well. So I'm open to it, I guess. The fact that you can miss a shot that has advantage, but it's just annoying when it happens, you know. So that didn't die. It's unfortunate, but Scabwit didn't need to heal anybody, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. So we could run up and disarm somebody. Maybe that's a good idea. This one is going to be stunned. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll run up and hit one of these guys, one of these hounds with the disarm. And or I could use Leaping Cleave to hit both of them. Let me think about, let's do it for now. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it for now. But let's see what the others can do first. Probably frost armor, so we can use one of those elements. Yeah. It's unfortunate that the Spellweaver takes some time before she's really good, and that's fine. That's not what's unfortunate. What's unfortunate is that she doesn't have a lot of consuming powers at the beginning that I find very useful. I don't really want her to be having retaliate. So like that's one of the ability cards, but let's see here. We'll go with frost armor and just hit somebody, and we can move up with, actually let's summon in that mystic ally while we're at it. That will be helpful. As for you, buddy, we can use stun shot as well. That's a good idea. And we just need to move up. We'll move up to a position with ink bomb, sure. So we'll be able to disarm and stun. That should be pretty helpful, actually. So with that instead, I think what I'm going to do is, well, I'll use both of these, and I'll see which one is going to be more helpful. Maybe I just hit both of them, and maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just disarm one of them, depending on what their attack is going to do. This is the point, or like the underlying thought in Gloomhaven. If you choose 2 cards because you want to do the top action of one and do the bottom action of the other, okay? But there are times when that just doesn't work. So you kind of need to be ready to switch it up, to do the bottom action of the card that you were intending to do the top action, and then the top for the other card, the one that you were intending to use the bottom action. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. You need to be ready to change it up sometimes to perform that audible. Oh, this will be interesting. But see, in this case, we don't want them to be attacking. So disarm is definitely going to be the way to go, versus hitting both of them, taking a whole bunch of damage from the retaliation. Although I think it's just the one, right? Nope, retaliate 2 is their innate active bonus, which you can see on their card in that space. So what we'll probably end up doing is just disarming one, stunning the other. This one's already stunned. Okay. Our vermling shaman elite here is going to move to a good position, probably right here, and then attack 2 of them and curse them. Huge, very helpful. Let's see which ones he attacks. Okay, 1 down, thank you, Scabwit. And 3 damage onto that one. Nicely done. Okay. So Right, so if I did do a leaping cleave here for both of them, this attack, it would leave one of them to be able to make the attack. And it would also do retaliation on for both of them, which is... Oh, now it says retaliate 1. Maybe that one was an elite? I don't remember. I didn't see it. So anyway, we don't want to take that much retaliation damage. Let's have him just move here. There's no gold there, so maybe we won't go that far. Yeah, let's go here instead. We'll pick up some gold along the way. Skip movement and hit here and disarm. We'll actually use the poison damage, the poison dagger too. I think that'll be helpful. No. Well, the +2 definitely helped quite a bit. We'll take that damage. It's poisoned now, so almost certainly will die on the next attack. Thanks. I forgot that they were going earlier, but Scabwit with his 3 shield is going to be a good tank. We don't really want him to be a tank, but he's going to be able to hold himself pretty well, I think. Let's now... Yeah, we're going to stun this one. And then we can move up to here, pick up some more of that money. And this will be better once we use all of his items here. The eagle eye goggles, leather armor, and weighted net. Then we can use the moon earring to get those 3 items back without performing a long rest. So. Right. So I think what I'm going to do, we'll continue with my thought here. We'll summon the Mystic Ally. And let's continue to hit this. I mean, we can just use Dark. It doesn't really matter which one we use because these 2 will go away after anyway. We could just outright kill this one, but the Brute will probably take care of that next round. Actually, since this one is stunned, let's do that. We'll take care of this one. And then we don't have to worry about an incoming attack next round. So we still could take back 2 cards. I don't think I'm too... I'm not desperate for cards at the moment, so we'll be all right. Especially because he's stunned, so it doesn't matter when we go this round. Let's see. Let's use Warding Strength. This will push him away so we don't take that retaliation. And then we can even use this if it doesn't die, this Hound doesn't die, then we can move up 3 and attack for 3 again. So that's going to be... I didn't think about this one until right now. That's a pretty cool combination. Push him away and then run up and continue to do some damage on him. So let's see here. I think Flashing Burst and Reviving Ether, so we can just jump up here, take a good amount of movement, and then make an attack. That might kill him, we'll see, because the Mystic Ally is there to help out with that. And I say with you, let's just go really late with a movement. And he can, you know what, let's just have him disarm this and then run away. Or he can even, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could disarm this one instead of this one. That'll give him a point. That's an XP. Sorry. I keep calling them points. Andy had pointed that out to me, but so it'll give us an XP, and then he can move. So he could either do this one or this one. Doesn't really matter. I'd rather not discard an attack card, for instance, when he's not going to be making an attack. Is my thought behind that. So they're both going late. Yeah. Undo. Let's attack him first. There we go. So it's dead. Don't have to worry about him anymore. I will... There's 6 gold right there. Man, that is really hard to miss or to ignore. So we're just gonna take it. We do have another move 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't really get her there, but that should be fine anyway. We're gonna skip her movement. We could take back 2 of these cards now, but I'm gonna wait. And I'm going to wait and then see next turn. When the doors open, we can have a better idea of maybe what 2 cards we could use. Or maybe just have her perform a rest. It's fine. Let's see here. No reason to heal. And yeah, so he can run up to here. I'll probably end up leaving this behind. That's fine, whatever. We'll get rid of this trap. Take that XP and end his turn. I don't think, yeah, so in the physical board game, sometimes our allies will run to the door anyway. In this case, I would like it to get him moving, but in some cases it's pretty annoying if you know which scenario I'm thinking of. So we have a long hallway and then a room at the end. So let's go in with I think I'll go in with this, so that next round I can do something like this. A combination of shield and retaliation might be helpful. This way I can just take a step in and then make a ranged attack, basically. So we're just going to take the 2 cards that she has available. And as for you, buddy, it might be nice to go in and stun, maybe? We could immobilize, but we'd need to make sure that they're in a position for that. I'll use this. We'll go after, but use this to heal him up a little bit. And we want to go after 27, though. Yeah, we want to go... We want to go way after, or... I guess flamethrower is like the only way we can move in there. I don't really want to do that, so let's use the hook gun and just go in after. What we could do is just have him sit right here so that he only can receive 2 attacks. I'm not sure. There might be archers in here. I've already forgot who's in here, so that should be good. Let's hope that no, he isn't. Man, these allies can be really useless. He's going way too early, so he's just gonna sit there and end his turn. That would have been a pretty good attack had he moved to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it wouldn't really been. Okay. Anyway, let's move here. I mean, the other thing I could do, right, is the opposite. Let's see. Undo. We could walk in and use the boots, and we could move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then perform an attack 4. He is getting low on cards, so that might not be a bad idea anyway. Meaning that we can have him long rest after. So that would bring his boots back, is what I'm trying to say. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna switch it up. Instead of moving in and just hoping for spare dagger to work, let's move in. And what is it here? We have 1, 2 elite hounds and 1, 2 normal hounds. So those elite hounds would be, let's see, that one is a 4 and this one is 9. So this one would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe what I do is just hide in this corner. And I think that I would be taking only 2 attacks by taking this corner. We've moved 1, 2, 3. Undo. 2, 3, 4. Let's do that. And then I'm going to attack this guy for attack 4. An indecisive move there, but this attack 4 will be helpful. I was hoping for the ×2, but I can't really hope for that much. We'll wait on that healing potion. Ouch. Okay. Well, in this case, he's gonna be fine. We have plenty of shield to work with. Yeah, so only the 2. 1, 2. Yeah, she's gonna take her time. We definitely want to get in here and deal as much damage as we can with these fire orbs. We might be able to kill this guy. That's nice. And let's attack these other 2. In this case, I think we're still... Let's go with the Eagle Eye Goggles. I could use the minor potion, the minor power potion, but I don't think that's necessary. I mean, it's not necessary, but it would help actually. Let's not. Let's skip it for now. That one should die anyway. That's good. A +0 and a +1. Not bad. Not bad at all. And in this case, now that we know what's here and where they're standing, we could go for something like Monobolt to get her up quickly. We could take Monobolt. I think we will. Let's do it. Let's take the major stamina potion. This way we can go one more round before taking a rest. Let's take Monobolt so that we can use the top action there. And you don't really need to move too far, right? Or let's take Coldfire too. So we can use both of them, but maybe we'll only be, maybe we can just use the fire that we just produced or infused for Coldfire to make an AoE attack instead. So let's take these two, and we can make a better judgment of how to make that attack next round. Okay. Actually, I'm seeing what to do. Let's get him right here. This can help with a little bit of healing. And then we're going to pull this guy right into this corner. Yeah, perfect. It will lead to retaliation on the Tinkerer. No damage at all. But it puts him in the formation that we need. So there we go. So we'll take those two. Again, we'll take these two. And the Tinkerer, we could go for something like Poison Bolt to poison this Hound. Let's use Net Shooter, actually. We can immobilize this one so it doesn't do any harm at all, and then we can just take a step back. Ooh. This looks like a good opportunity too. The Flamethrower. The problem with that is that he would be taking yeah, so the Elite Hound is Retaliate 2, and then the normal Hound is Retaliate 1. So that would be 3 damage incoming from retaliation. We could also use the stun. Let's use these two, and we can make a better judgment. Maybe we just immobilize everyone if it's looking really bad. Ah, but they'll be stunned, so we don't want that. Since you're going after, that's what we'll do. She'll make the attack, and then if it looks really bad, like if it looks good that we can use Flamethrower, then we'll do it. End. So they're going after us. Well, this will be, I don't think it'll be close enough to do anything, but yeah, they're going after us, so let's make sure that they all die. 1, 2. I want to say, where is it? Move to attack 3 at range 2, so it needs to be at range 2. I think what I like to do with this, or what I think would be a good one anyway, is to increase her range. So she can move 2, but then attack from range 3 instead. But all right, they're not going to be stunned. I forgot. So in this case, let's use the minor power potion now, because we want to be doing as much damage to these guys as possible, to these hounds as possible. The room at the end here is tiny. We might not get the opportunity to do something like this again, basically. An AoE attack. So this is a really good opportunity. Let's do it. Let's take it. And everything. Woo! We didn't get a minus, so that's nice. Killed 2 of them, so we don't really have to deal with or we don't have to use the flamethrower. Sorry, it took me a second to figure out what I wanted to say. With that, let's just move in to pick up some of that money. And for you, I almost want to say just stand here and heal. I mean, we could use the power, the healing potion. We could just like move up and attack them. This is the normal hound, so let's do that. Let's just move up to here. And I'm not going to use shield bash on this. I don't think it's that necessary. We'll take that damage. We're going to be taking a long rest, so I'm not too worried about taking the healing potion. I think we want, yeah, we're going to take a long rest with you. And the Tinkerer, just punch him. Good. Dead. And skip that action and move up to here. There we go. Eradicated pretty quickly again. Look at that. Just sitting back here. Not... He was so gung-ho at the beginning to make these attacks, but hasn't moved. I think he's moved once in the very first round. Okay, long rest. Let's long rest here, and with you, buddy, let's run up. Just continue to move. Skip, move, and then he'll probably long rest next too. Skip this. She's not gonna move, he's not gonna move. She, meaning the mystic ally. I guess it's not really he or she, it's just, I don't know what that would be. An ether form, I guess. And he, I assume Scabwit is a he. It looks like a he. Scabwit sounds like a male's name, perhaps. Let's... Ooh. So I just saw this in the corner of my eye here. We have 2 traps. I want to keep this. Let's keep that. Alright, well, let's keep everything, right? So I want to keep this one because I think if there's a normal in there, we can just kill it outright with that. This one probably could be a good one. Even for the top, actually, because what we could do is move in, come back, and then pull somebody into this. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we'll see. Let's drop eye for an eye. We have plenty of healing all around, so we don't really have to deal with it. Take a long rest. And we'll drop frost armor. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, so close. So we'll move up a little bit. I could use move 6 and then imbalanced measure and then make an attack of 8 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would put me right here, and I fear that nothing would be close enough. So no, we'll continue with let's. I don't think we'll be able to open the door this round, or this turn. Anyway, so let's just move up. I'll take Fatal Advance, I guess. And if I need it, I can just take a short rest. Let's do it that way. It would be nice to have something like this, but I don't have any move on top, so I won't be able to move and then take that. So another thing that I could do, however, is like Leaping Cleave to get ready for Skewer in the next round. Then I could do... thinking too much. Here. Let's just pick something. Let's take that one and this one. Let's go late. What I'm probably going to end up doing here is getting rid of her ally and then just use it. No, when we go late. And then just bring it back in again. Let's go with the long rest. He's way up here, so he'll be able to move up in the next round anyway. So, yep. Just hanging out back there. Annoying. Okay. Moving. Skipping the attack. End your turn. Let's take a rest. And I think... let's drop Reviving Shock, maybe? Let's drop Flamethrower. I don't see him being in that position anymore, so for the top or the bottom action. It's a small room. We're gonna be able to run in there and take care of this. I'm being a little too cautious, but I love thinking about this game. I love trying to see what I can do with it. And of course I used the move 4, so I guess we're gonna have to use this one, Leaping Cleave. That's what we're gonna open the door with. Let's go late. And 1, 2, 3. I'll probably have to get rid of one of these, but let's go after 53. Yep. And I could use something like Hook Gun. And see about pulling them through that. I don't think that's what's going to be able to happen, but no, let's not. Where did it go? Tinker's Tool. Let's just get rid of one. All right. Just standing back there and healing, doing nothing. Good work. So, let's see here. We have move 5 now. So 1, 2, 3. Push through to a clearing in the forest and are surprised to see Inox in charge of the Hounds. They wear the markings of a traitor from your tribe. This is no random attack. Okay. It's unfortunate for you, but I think Since there's only the one, let's just go in and attack him, right? Yeah, we'll poison him too. So not bad, not a bad start. I don't need to heal. What are they going to do? Quite a bit of damage, actually. Yeah, ouch. Luckily, we do have our items back. They're both elites. This one is going to be the painful one. Oh! There we go. Scabwit actually ended up helping. I guess it doesn't matter which way I go. Move here, and then again disarm another trap. He will be useful, I promise. And his turn. Here we go. Come up. Yeah, too close or too far. Now I'd like to use this, but I think because he has skewer, I'm gonna wait, and then I can use that there. So I think what he'll do is move here. So let's try and hit this one. Nothing. Well, I'm glad I didn't use it then. Yeah, so skewer. I mean, we could use this instead, but I'd like to use the skewer. We'll figure out a way to make him to keep him alive. We're gonna perform a short rest. That's fine. Is there anywhere that I'd like to be in here? Yeah, let's go with Flashing Burst and Reviving Ether. So we can move to a position maybe back here and then take a shot at that guy. Next is we want to be... We could stun one of them. We could stun both of them. Let's do that. Yeah. Problem is I need him right here. So he's gonna have to go after 26. Oh man. We could use 34, but that's probably going to be too late is the problem. So I'm gonna have to use stun shot, unfortunately. Just to move that, to get that move 4, and then we can stun both of them. Let's just hope now that we're able to do that in time, right? And we are. But we wouldn't have if we chose a later one, so this one's gonna hurt. They're both going to be stunned. Yeah. Maybe one of them will be dead before that happens. We'll see. Move this way, and then it's too bad I didn't have that extra hex here, because then I could reach all the way to here. That's probably a good place. That probably will be a place that I like to put that. The problem is that it's going to be pretty expensive. I think it's going to be 100 plus 75 because there already is one there. So +1 on both. That's good. We will be taking some retaliation. Now's a good time to heal, though. So let's heal up. And his turn. Let's move you to here. Tinker. And we could stun both of these guys instead. And then kill, yeah, let's do that. Let's stun these two. Or actually, let's stun these two. Yeah. And then she can kill this one, and then he won't have to move at all to kill that one, so. Nope. Mystic Ally, come on in. Jump you over to this position. We can pick up this money that's in that corner, nicely hidden. And attack the one where, let's make sure that it dies though, so. Yeah, okay. It was gonna die anyway, so. Good, good. Hey, he's coming in. It's about, look how far back he is, jeez. Okay, so now we kind of just want to be getting some experience, some XP. So let's find a way to make that happen. That bottom 5, attack 5 is going to be really nice. And anything on the top. Yeah, sure. Let's use that. He probably won't even get a turn anyway, but we'll see what happens. It actually gets to go first, but it is. Oh no, it's not stunned. It was stunned the last time. So 5 damage incoming on the brute, and he won't be able to move. That's unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Let's use this. And then we can loot all of that money around her. That worked out pretty well. There's the classic, didn't use my Cloak of Invisibility, let's use it now. And he can't actually move, which is too bad. We could pull him, actually. That's a good idea. So let's do that. And then just shield, whatever. And we did actually get to make this attack. Normally I would use this, but if I miss, I also get a second shot to make some more experience. So let's not, yeah, it's dead. Not bad. Not bad at all. I guess I could have used the top action here and then moved up to pick up some more money, but that's fine. That is fine. So Scabwit ended up just watching from the sidelines in the back there, so. Alright. With the Hounds and Inox dead, you walk over to a body. You were right. The markings are similar to those of the old chief's bodyguard, who killed the chief in his sleep and took his axe. It'd be nice if we could get that axe as a reward, basically. Let's see. Well, we have Mastered Air. So that will give us a sticker. And I'm still standing. The brute uses a heal ability on himself 30 times. I believe that is a perk point. So it looks like he might be getting 2 perk points after that. Spellweaver with the most kills, the most damage done. Of course, the Brute with the most damage taken. And it looks like we got a mediocre stack of coins there. Not a whole lot of experience, which is unfortunate. Just at the end, it looks like, is where I got most of that. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm still going to leave all of this for the next time. Yep, so gained a perk point. Scabwit. I'll return to my trade camp near the Copper Oasis and see if any others of my clan have heard any rumors. Come visit me when you're ready, and I'll tell you what I've found out. Well, we could just kind of continue in this direction, and I think I might consider that. So I will real quickly go through what we have available, and as always, if anybody is interested in me taking a particular path, I will do that. So we have the vermling village, which is one that I kind of like that idea. We have the Unlikely Alliance, which I believe the Brute needs to be a part of. It doesn't show it here, but I believe the Brute needs to be a part of this. Lockdown and Lowtown, and this would help me in this direction to start unlocking some of these. I believe, oh yeah, we would probably have to continue, take another one quest in this direction to start unlocking here. This one, Shot in the Dark, would unlock Sloshed Squirrel, which is needed for an imbalance in the elements. And this one would give a perk point to the Spellweaver. I like that idea as well. Looks like I don't even know where these are. In order to get to drill power, we'll need to unlock Village South Shield. Is that what that says? Yeah, South Shield. Okay. The village named South Shield, which we also would get a shield design. And up here, Huntington the Hunters. Oh, Huntington. Hunting the Hunters. It needs the Hermitage, but we don't even know where that is yet. So I think going in this direction would probably help us find the Hermitage. And then, as always, we also have some jobs to make some extra money. We're at 68 gold at the moment. So some extra money would be helpful. We can start buying some more enhancements. This would give us a shadow armor design, which is really cool. A lot of beasts. The Night Raid. The Amulet of Life design. I'm not a big fan of the Amulet of Life. I find it really helpful against scenarios with a lot of poison and maybe some wounds, but once you get the hang of who can make those kinds of attacks, it gives you a better chance or a better idea of when to use it. But to be the only item that you carry on your it's a head. It takes up your head slot, so it's not. I feel like there's just so many other better items for that, especially for a tank like the Brute, right? Who would be getting poisoned more often than not, or than others. And finally, Dungeon of Misfortune, who has some pretty crazy enemies here, but rewards the Robes of Evocation. which is a pretty nice set of robes here. You just have to consume an element and then you get +1 attack for your entire attack action. So if it's an AoE or if it is a multiple target attack, this one will help with that. But it has living spirits, which are pretty nasty, night demons, which are nasty, rending and spitting drakes and stone golem and sun demon. These are all really nasty. I assume that it's probably not all in the same room at the same time. And then of course imps. Yeah. This one does not look very fun. But if somebody told me to do it, I would do it. So anyway, with that, we will take care of these perk points, and in the trainer we'll look at some of the quest unlocks at the beginning of the next time. So with that, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next one.